What's up, everyone? This is Mr. BlackSmith from Team BlackSmith. Welcome to my channel. Got something rare tonight. It's that STI Costa Ludus Chamberlain 45 ACP is on deck, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the range footage. What can you say about that STI Costa Ludus Chamberlain 45 ACP with that integrated compensator? By far one of the rarest 2011s in my collection. The collaboration between STI and Chris Costa produced this amazing 2011 that stands out above all the rest. And this was produced years ago. And STI does not fall short of collaborating with nobody but the best. And Chris Costa does not fall short of that. So I'm going to drop a link in the description about Chris Costa because I would not do him any justice trying to memorize his long resume. But the Costa Ludus is named after his training program. And I tell you, I went over some of the details of his training program, and I might have to take a couple because I know I need additional training in certain areas, especially when it comes to self-defense, home defense, and just protecting yourself all around. His training programs are probably some of the best out there on the market that's available. So check it out. Links in the description. But quality build of this integrated comp. And like I said, this is preceding the XC. I can imagine what the 9mm feels like because this right here is, to be a 45, is accurate, smooth. You know, of course, it has little recoil. You can feel that. But the return to zero with this integrated compensator just makes this thing just a dream to shoot. Oh, man, the build, the quality that STI was putting into their 2011s, especially with this collaboration with Chris Costa. I'm just overall floored and impressed with this 45 ACP. Now, this is a safe queen. I rarely get this out. Probably shot only maybe 400 rounds through it over the 3.5 years that I owned it. So not trying to do too much with this. This will be one of my collector items that will probably just not see much range time at all. But with that said, you know, I like to open these up and take a look at the internals. I want to really show you how this integrated compensator is just simply amazing. All right, so tabletop review coming up next, so stay tuned. All right, guys, tabletop review of the STI Costa Ludus Chamberlain 45 ACP. But before we get started, being safe, all clear. Nothing in the chamber, working in a safe and controlled environment. Empty magazine. All right, so the STI Costa Ludus, also known as the Costa Carry Comp. Beautiful design, so let's get started. Now, the overall weight with the tack light is coming at 37 ounces. Now, it has the steel slide, steel frame. The barrel is actually 4.15 inches long, and with the integrated comp, this is coming in at around 5.0 inches long. Of course, the ambidextrous thumb safety, grip safety, tree bark stippling, very nice. Flared mag well. Of course, full length dust cover, full length guide rod, full tack rail there, of course, with the light. And beautiful, beautiful trigger. Let's check that trigger out. Trigger pull is coming in at between 2.5, 3 pounds. Let's try that one more time. Trigger pull. All right, so let's give that 2.5, 3 pound trigger pull. All right, so nice trigger pull on that. So overall, the machining on this is great. You can see the slide, the frame fit. No movement that I can see or feel. You can tell me there. Where is some of the oil reflecting off the light? But no movement whatsoever. Just amazingly done. Recoil spring. Feels like 17, 18 pound recoil spring. Alright, so let's open her up and take a look at the internals and see what we got. Put that pin over here. Alright, so now myself, I put 400 rounds through this. I'm not sure how many rounds went through before I purchased it. I purchased it used, but as you can see, not too much wear whatsoever. It could have been a safe queen before I got it, and I actually could have made that little bit of wear there on the frame there, and no wear on any other friction points, high friction points. So very nicely done on the coating. Beautiful. Now let's look at the recoil system. See what we have here. Now this is STI's master recoil system here. Of course, it has the dual springs. That's why it absorbs so much of the recoil. It makes it so flat shooting. Again, it is felt recoil, but this does reduce it by a significant amount, of course, with the integrated comp. So very nicely done. Very nicely done. Put that over there. And this has a reverse plug. All right, reverse plug. And that's, whoop, that almost rolled away on me. All right, so let's look at this integrated comp. All right, so the machining on this, you can take a look at that. This is one piece. Very nicely done. I mean, you can just see that there. Like the machining on this is just amazing. Of course, the fluted barrel there, compensator, the fixed sight there. This is a small little island barrel for the sight, but the machining is amazingly done. Wow. And they did this almost 6 or 7 years ago, and they're coming out the gate just gangbusters with the machining, with this one piece barrel and integrated comp. All right, so let's look at the slide, and that's where we get a lot of the wear. Of course, the heat transfer there on the inside of the slide there, and of course some friction points there. Not too much wear. You know, I'm still impressed with the overall DLC on it. So nicely done. Oof, that one little nick, just very irritating. I'll figure that one out. All right, so that is the breakdown of the STI Costa Ludus, also known as the Costa Carry Comp. So let's put it back together. Hopefully YouTube does not give me any strikes for doing this. But hey, it's what you do to show you how these things are put together. And I'm always fascinated. So once you get caught up in my fascination with these double stack 1911s, of course, this dual recoil spring is interesting. There we go. All right. Put that back in there. All right. Back in business. Sorry. Hit the camera there. All right, so that is the quick tabletop review of the STI Costa Ludus collaboration with master trainer, weapons expert Chris Costa. All right, so final thoughts on the STI Costa Ludus coming up next. All right, guys, tabletop review is done. So my final thoughts on the STI Costa Ludus collaboration between STI and Chris Costa. Just an extraordinary build. And, I just think about when they put this together years ago. Just the quality, the machining, the slide to frame fit, they were doing their thing back then. STI was just hitting the mark, and this collaboration, by far one of the best out there, and one of the rarest out there. So if you happen to find one of these, especially in a 9mm, woo, man, I can only imagine the predecessor to the XC. STI, big ups, collaborating with Chris Costa and putting this beautiful 45 ACP with this integrated compensator together. So, all right, so that is it. I mean, not too much more I can say. So check out Costa Ludus link. Find all the information you can about his training program. Find out more about Chris Costa himself and what he does and what he's actually bringing to the 2A community. All right, so that is all I have for tonight. Love this save queen. All right, so this is Mr. Blackson from Team BlackSmith. As always, like, share, subscribe, join the team. I'm out.